It feels like something has changed in America in a positive light spiritually. My friends, this is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to talk about Mel Gibson's upcoming movie, Resurrection of the Christ, which he's now just completed the filming of. We'll get into that, a number of stories in that realm. We have also various people doing good deeds in the name of God, and we'll get into a couple of those. We also have Steven Spielberg and his sort of message of this movie that he just made, Disclosure Day, is that what it's called? Where he claims that it might challenge your faith, and we're going to get into how that contrasts with this new movie, The Resurrection of the Christ. Let's just get going here. Let's start with the story of a guy traveling in South Africa. He meets a kid walking around trying to sell a tire for food. He gives him a few $100s. Check this out.
You go straight like this. There's an Arab tavern. Yeah. At the back of the tavern.
Are you staying there?
Yeah. They call it the last house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how much can be good for you to buy food?
Maybe
10 rand, 20 rand, it's fine.
yeah,
What you want to buy?
I want to buy bread and acho, something like that.
Bread and acha?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
around.
Alright. Oh, that's good.
Is there somewhere to get food around this area?
This area.
Yes.
Not. It's only the spaza shops.
Spaza shops.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I have something here. Here, take 100.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Yeah, here, take another one. Yes. That's for you, my friend.
Look at his face.
God bless you. Yeah. Here.
Yes, serious.
Yes, here, take another one. It's for you, man. You know what's special? We were driving around asking God to lead us somewhere. And then we saw you. And we just wanted to bless you. God wants to bless you.
Thank you.
Yes. Here. Here, take this.
500.
So you can buy food.
So you can buy food.
Probably never had that
This
much
is
money ever.
Logan and my name is P.I. Howard.
Thank you.
He's in shock.
Bless you. So you can take it and throw it away, it's up to you. But you're just going to buy food for yourself, brother.
Thank you.
God
Don't
bless you,
need,
man.
don't need that tire anymore. He told him to throw it away. That's a good story, right? Pretty awesome. That just came out, of course. Mel Gibson filming Resurrection of the Christ, and apparently I think he just finished. He offers praise to the cast and crew after the filming. Mel Gibson thanked the cast and crew of the Resurrection of the Christ after the ambitious two-part sequel completed principal photography ahead of schedule in Italy. Heartfelt new video featuring director Mel Gibson thanking his cast and crew surfaced from the set of the Resurrection of the Christ, his ambitious two-part sequel to the 2004 blockbuster The Passion of the Christ. In the clip, Gibson expresses deep gratitude after completing principal photography for the film. Since you are all here, I have a microphone. I just want to tell you all thank you so much for all your efforts, all your talents, all your skills, and the efforts you put in to make this madness come true. The traditional Catholic actor and filmmaker said, "Thank you for joining me in that madness. I'll do my best to step forward to sort of put a spit shine on this thing and make you all proud." He continued, "I'm certainly proud of all of you, and I thank you so much from the depth of my heart. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you." And the production wrapped ahead of schedule after demanding 134-day shoot across Cinecittà Studios in Rome and various locations in Italy. Gibson has described the project so far more than a film. It's a mission I've carried over 20 years to tell what I believe is the most important story in human history, he said, adding that it has demanded everything of me as a filmmaker and as an artist. Two-part epic explores events after the crucifixion of the Lord Jesus Christ. Release dates have shifted to the next two Ascension Thursdays. Part 1, May 6th. Part 2, May 25th. The first one, 2027. The second one, 2028. Lionsgate Motion Picture Group chairman praised Gibson's vision. Obviously, the first one was a massive success. I think it was the highest grossing independent movie ever, if I recall correctly. That's a wrap on the Resurrection of the Christ, Mel Gibson's long-awaited sequel to The Passion of the Christ after a massive 100. So let's just play this clip here. All right.
I just want to tell you all thank you so much for all your efforts, all your talents, all your skills, and the efforts you put in to make this madness come true. And thank you for joining me in that madness. And I'll do my best henceforward to sort of put a spit shine on this thing and make you all proud. I'm certainly proud of all of you, and I thank you so much from the depth of my heart. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
Definitely got to check out both those movies. I'm highly interested in seeing both. Saw the first one a long time ago. I think I saw it a second time like a couple years back. Apparently it's not Jim this time playing Jesus. It's another person. The Resurrection of Christ updates follow up the highest grossing independent movie of all time. Will be a highly ambitious, nonlinear story exploring theological realms, the spiritual battle for mankind. In 40 days following the crucifixion, massive recasting. In a surprise move, Jim Caviezel will not return to play Jesus due to scheduling conflicts, logistical limits, and of de-aging technology. Yeah, logistical limits of it. Finnish actor Jaakko Otenen has officially taken over the role of Jesus. Additionally, Mariella Garriga has replaced Monica Bellucci as Mary Magdalene. The movie is now delayed while Gibson originally planned. Well, this is obviously an old tweet. This is, well, actually it isn't. This is a tweet from yesterday. What in the world? Due to scheduling conflicts, no, wait, where are we at? The movie is now delayed. Yeah, no, actually we just talked about that a minute ago. The movie is now delayed while Gibson originally planned to release two parts only 40 days apart. Theatrical release strategically has been fundamentally altered to give films room to breathe. That makes sense anyways. Part 1 is shifted to May 6, 2027, and Part 2 is May 25th, 2028. I think it makes perfect sense to have them a year apart like that. I don't think it makes sense to have them 40 days apart. I think that's really not a good idea. Gibson's statement. Gibson has publicly stated that this two-part series represents the pinnacle of his life's work, describing it as a mission he has spent over 20 years trying to properly map. Now, of course, if you're a person that wants to watch the movie, you might want them 40 days apart. I'm just thinking from a business standpoint and just a logistical standpoint, it doesn't make sense. It might not work out as well if you do it 40 days apart like that for both movies. So I think it's good that he did that. Mel Gibson finishes principal photography for his upcoming film. You got some pictures here. First look at actor Jaakko Otenen as Jesus Christ hugging the crew. Okay, let's just check this out. He does look like a Jesus kind of character, doesn't he? Looks pretty accurate. It's kind of hard to tell though because it's a little bit the color, the lighting is a little strange, so it's hard to tell, you know. But what else do we got here? So shot in two parts back to back with an estimated budget of $250 million. That is very big. This is in black and white here. Okay. What is he trying to show here? Oh, it's just kind of like, why is it in black and white? That's weird. Yeah, so you got that there. So this is the guy. He looks quite a bit different when he's smiling, at least. Huh. So this is the guy that played his part. I think Jim Caviezel is a better fit, but, you know, you have limits to what you can do, right? So remember this scene from The Passion of the Christ, Jim Caviezel's otherworldly performance. Man. That was really good. Man, he did a really good job in that movie. Obviously, it deserved everything that it got. You know, highest grossing independent movie of all time. You have here, of course, Steven Spielberg of recent with his movie Disclosure Day, talking how it will challenge people's faith, the concept of aliens in other solar systems. How do you explain, how do you deal with this topic? How do you grapple it? How can God have beings in other places? I don't think it was as big of a deal as he realized. A lot of people didn't really think much of it. There's a lot of people have done reviews. They didn't think much of the whole controversy of faith with regards to... I thought it was a little strange, some of the scenes I've heard about. Jonathan Pajot made a review of the movie. It sounded pretty nuts. There's a scene where there's a nun. There's a guy that uses some sort of alien technology on his head to literally take control of a nun. And then she has to use a crucifix and make stigmata in her hand to gain back control of herself. So this guy uses some alien technology to possess her, and then she has to use stigmata and Jesus to get rid of this control or whatever was happening to her. That's a weird scene. That sounds very... Obviously, that was intentional, obviously. But, I mean, it's kind of like he's tying in spiritual elements to, like, this alien technology. Like, is there some sort of connection? He's kind of making sort of a hidden connection between the two in the plot of the movie. And I find that so bizarre that he did that. But a lot of people have been talking about this movie, and it does seem like he's sort of trying to challenge people's faith. And I don't think necessarily, I don't think a lot of people fell for it. I think a lot of people didn't really see it as a challenge. They saw it as a challenge, but they didn't see it as a real challenge, if that makes sense. Could aliens replace God? Spielberg has theories in Disclosure Day. This is from USA Today magazine. Steven Spielberg says if a real Disclosure Day happened, it would unite the human race. Well, it already is sort of happening. But what will become of Christianity if aliens exist? Nothing. It's going to be the same. Goodness gracious, this is so silly. People have known about aliens for 80 years now, ever since Roswell. Spoiler alert, we're discussing major details about Disclosure Day, the movie, in theaters now. Stop reading if you haven't seen the movie yet. I think a lot of people have seen it. Not everybody, though. For nearly 5 decades, a legendary filmmaker has wrestled with science and higher power through his work, whether in genre movies such as Raiders of the Lost Ark, Close Encounters of the Third. Yeah, I guess that is true. But he did a better job with those movies. He did a better job with Raiders of the Lost Ark. He did a better job with his movies from back in the 90s and 80s, 90s, and I don't know about early 2000s. He seemed to really do well back in the old days. You know what I mean? He did a really good job with Raiders of the Lost Ark, for example. And Close Encounters of the Third Kind was probably way better than this movie, from what I can tell. Spielberg's most overtly religious movie just might be Disclosure Day, which imagines a government cover-up of classified information proving that aliens exist and have walked among us here on Earth. At the heart of the story is Daniel, Josh O'Connor's cybersecurity whistleblower, and his girlfriend, Jane Eve Hewson, a former novice in a nunnery. Through conversations with Noah, Colin Firth, head of the shadowy Wardex Corporation, Jane starts to have second thoughts about helping Daniel leak the extraterrestrial documents. For centuries, societies have been built on religion. If humans had evidence that aliens were real, Jane wonders, would they turn away from God and start worshiping these otherworldly deities instead? I don't think so. But you know what? If this happened 10 years ago, if this happened 15 years ago, remember Joe Rogan, obviously one of the biggest podcasters out there, but back 15 years ago, he used to talk that way. He used to talk very highly of aliens and kind of almost had this awe towards them. And he at that point in time, back 10, 15 years ago, didn't believe in, he didn't go to church, he didn't believe in God, or he might have believed in God, but he definitely didn't believe in Christianity, that's for sure. And he used to mock it back then. But he also seemed to revere the alien topic and thought they were going to be like our saviors or something. So I could see it maybe back 15 years ago, if this movie came out, it might have had a little bit more of a weight to it, this movie Disclosure Day. But today, we're way beyond that. We're in the era of social media. We're in the era of AI at this point. I mean, this whole idea that you have to get this, zip drive or something to the media, you don't have to do that. You can just upload it anywhere. You can upload it to YouTube, wherever. You could get it out in minutes, right? You wouldn't need to send it to CNN or Fox News or something. And that's the thing about this movie. It's just like 15 years old. It's in the past, right? It might have actually gotten farther along back in the old days, but not these days. We're way beyond that at this point. And I think you can kind of tell with how America is with this movie Mel Gibson is putting out, The Resurrection of the Christ. You can see where things are going. I am going to guess that these are going to be very high grossing movies. I'm willing to bet on that. Making far more money than some of these big blockbuster top level movies that are put out by Hollywood these days. And you can also see it kind of with some of these things going on around us, like this 144 years construction of One Vision. Tomorrow, the Tower of Jesus is inaugurated. This was back a week ago. At this point, absolutely stunning looking. Tower of Jesus in Barcelona. Very beautiful. Although some people think it doesn't look that nice, I think it actually looks pretty cool. They finally finished it. Looks pretty spectacular. At any rate, that's my video. Kind of want to know what some of you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.